A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic move, Iran is set to host a trilateral meeting with Russia and China this Tuesday in Tehran. The focus of the discussions will be on Iran's nuclear program and the looming threat of the United Nations snapback sanctions mechanism. Spokesman for Iran's foreign ministry, Esmail Baqi, emphasized the importance of continuous consultations with both nations to prevent the activation of these sanctions, or at least to mitigate their potential consequences. The snapback mechanism, a provision of the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, allows any signatory to reimpose sanctions if Iran is deemed to be in violation of the agreement. This mechanism has been a point of contention, particularly with the E3, France, Britain, and Germany, warning that they would invoke it if there is no progress in nuclear negotiations by the end of August. Baqi reassured that Iran has aligned positions with both Russia and China, both of whom are permanent members of the UN Security Council and parties to the JCPOA, enhancing their influence in any potential sanctions reimposition process. The spokesperson also asserted that there is no legal basis for reinstating the sanctions lifted under the JCPOA, framing the situation as one of legal, ethical, and political importance. In recent developments, Iranian diplomats have been actively engaging with their counterparts from China and Russia to explore strategies to avert the sanctions threat. The urgency of these discussions is underscored by the impending deadline for a nuclear agreement, with Tehran scheduled to meet with the E3 in Istanbul this Friday. The backdrop to these negotiations is the recent military cooperation discussions between Iran and Russia, indicating a strengthening of ties amid geopolitical tensions. The Iranian leadership remains cautious about the potential ramifications of reimposed sanctions, particularly given the historical context of the U.S. withdrawal from the JCPOA in 2018 and the subsequent escalation of Iran's nuclear activities. The situation is further complicated by the recent military actions against Iran's nuclear facilities, which have heightened tensions and prompted Tehran to seek clarity from the E3 regarding their stance on these strikes. As the deadline approaches, the pressure mounts on all parties involved to reach a consensus that could avert the reactivation of sanctions that would have dire implications for Iran's economy and its nuclear ambitions. The trilateral meeting in Tehran represents a crucial step in Iran's strategy to navigate the complex landscape of international diplomacy surrounding its nuclear program. With the clock ticking, the outcome of these discussions could have far-reaching consequences not only for Iran, but for global security dynamics as well. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.